What's going on, y'all? What's good? Welcome back to another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. This is your boy, ALB Jr., and I'm back as your host, and we finna kick off part two of running backs I love for 2022. If you missed my last video, I gave you 5 running backs I love, part 1. If you didn't watch that video, check it out in the comment section. I'm going to pin it to the top comment in this video. So after this video, if you didn't see it, you can check it out. Go get you some knowledge up there. So check it out, guys. These are running backs I love. Okay? Again, these running backs here, the running backs I put in that I talked about last time, of course, anybody could just go down the rank and say, oh, I like Jonathan Taylor. Oh, I like Austin Eckler. Oh, I like Henry. Oh, I like... Anybody can do that. That's wasted time. I'm not here for just to make content. Again, this is a bucket list thing for me, and I'm about helping people. Help. All right? Gotta have some purpose in life. That's a lot of times, so many people walk around life without any freaking purpose. Purpose, people. And my objective here is to give purpose. RB's I Love Part 2. Number one is... Now listen, one of the beautiful things about me, I help you project, okay? A lot of people are just scared to death of certain things, but here, I don't want you to be afraid. See, because if you don't project and see things before they happen, you're always gonna miss the boat, okay? But we're not gonna miss the boat around here because we're not gonna be afraid to make selections. You don't have to pay a good high price for this person. Like last week, like my last video, I picked players, selected players from RB1s all the way down to low end RB2. Now this is in your dead zone, like I mentioned before. But guess what? Number 1 actually is J.K. Dobbins. Yes, J.K. Dobbins. Oh my God. Flawless, wasn't he hurt last year? Yes. He was hurt, okay? He got hurt in the preseason, but that was very freaking early. But I'm going to tell you something. It was 2 people I love as far as being dynamic last year, and that was Jonathan Taylor and J.K. Dobbins. Okay, they had the most runs, not this past year, 2021, but 2020. Most dynamic runs over 20 yards. Most runs. All right? Listen, don't be afraid of J.K. Dobbins. Don't be afraid of him. He is explosive. The Ravens run. And he's expected to be the lead back. Now, yes, you say, oh, did they just sign Mike Davis? You know what? I'm glad they signed Mike Davis. Mike Davis is an insurance policy. Okay? So again, don't be afraid to pick J.K. Dobbins. He's going around number 22, the 22nd running back off the board. Come on, man. You can easily get J.K. Dobbins 4th, maybe even 5th round, depending. Definitely if you're in PPRs. And he can pop. Again, they don't throw it to the running backs. Don't get so caught up in that. If you get some legit quarterback and legit wide receivers, you'll have enough receiving points for that. You can't evolve everything around receiving backs. At the end of the day, it's all about the points. Henry showed you that, okay? J.K. Dobbins, don't worry about Gus. Gus is not explosive. They don't love Gus. They love J.K. Dobbins, okay? Just that simple. Love J.K. Dobbins. Number 2, for part 2 of running backs I love in 2022, it's pretty obvious to me because you guys know I loved them last year as well. A.J. Dillon. Yes, A.J. Dillon. Now, some people say, oh my gosh, but Aaron Jones is the man there. Aaron Jones. Is he? He's the starter there, but is he the man there? Is he the man there? Okay, listen. Last year, A.J. Dillon had 187 carries. Aaron Jones had 171. Aaron Jones had 10 TDs total. He had 4 rushing, 6 receiving. So the receiving work was just the receiving work. But A.J. Dillon had 7 totals. 5 rushing, 2 receiving. 2 receiving. That means he can catch. Okay? Listen, we've seen the best. Guys, we've seen the best of Aaron Jones. People are still freaking stroking Aaron Jones and freaking stroking him and guess what? Those days of those Aaron Jones pop days of 3 TDs and scoring 30-some fantasy points, guys, those days are over, okay? Okay? He's getting a little long in the tooth. He's got a bull behind him. Aaron Jones is going in the 2nd round? I'd rather pick freaking Dillon in the 6th, 5th or 6th. Especially knowing that he's got a floor of a running back too. And he's got league-winning prowess. If you remember right, your boy Aaron Jones was actually, he was teetering around and missing several weeks last year. But I think he only missed 1 game or something like that. Listen, guys, A.J. Dillon, I love him. Number 3. This should go as no exception here. It's no surprise, Tony Pollard. The guy is dynamic. And with the wide receivers being depleted over in Dallas, they want the quarterback over there. They want Prescott to run more. They're going to need Tony Pollard. They're going to dump it down nicely to him a lot. Zeke is not explosive. We know that. Hell, that's the reason Zeke finished at the running back 6, because he played all 16 games, but he's glass. I want to say he's glass, because he's actually durable, but he's tapped out. He's not explosive. He don't scare anybody. That's why I don't advocate for picking Zeke, okay? Now, I want a safe RB2. Everybody going to look at your team and going to be like, okay, he might give him 14 points, but it ain't going to kill me, because there's no ceiling to Zeke. Okay? And especially because Tony Pollard there, and Zeke doesn't really, he can't explode. Tony Pollard, I love Tony Pollard. Man, if Zeke just go ahead and lay it down like he's supposed to, if he does that, people will be trying to throw the kitchen sink at you to get freaking Tony Pollard. But I'd pick him in that range. Him and Dillon are pretty much going in the same range. Round 6, somewhere in that, that running back dead zone area. But you got to pick guys that are upside plays, Upside. We don't want freaking slow plotters around here at Flawless Fantasy Football. Plotters. Guys, you know what a plotter is? The guys just run the ball and get 3.5 plot. 2 rows. Those are plotters. We want dynamic players over here, difference makers over here in the Flawless Fantasy Football community. Number 4, J.K. Dobbins, A.J. Dillon, Tony Pollard. Number 4, running backs I love. Now this gonna hurt you. You're gonna be like, get out of here! I'm about to unsubscribe. But then you guess what? When I hit, I want you to come back to this video. Matter of fact, don't come back. You're just going to already know. You just say, you know what? That mother Flawless, the damn truth. Number 4, running backs I love. Freaking Devin Singletary. Yes, I said it. Yes, don't be afraid. This dude is going in the 6th, 7th round. Attached to Josh Allen and that high-powered offense. You saw down in the stretch last year, this guy was the number 2 running back on the season for the last 6 weeks. Because they committed to him. Because that other plodding freaking second or third year back, Moss, wasn't crap. So they went out. And see, I know you guys might be afraid, saying, but Flawless, they went out and drafted James Cook. They drafted James Cook. Good. What the hell are they supposed to do? Not draft freaking running backs? not have a running back room? Is that what they're supposed to have? But Cook is a damn rookie. But I'm going to tell you something. He's showing out in OTAs. But that doesn't mean jack to me because rookies are not freaking trusted to protect elite freaking quarterbacks. When have you freaking seen it, okay? Rookies don't protect elite freaking quarterbacks. Getting my freaking heart rate up. And that ain't good. So, Devin Singletary. He can be had. Devin Singletary, at the least, I believe will be a high-end running back 2. He'll flirt with being a running back 1. And if they commit to him, in which they have no reason not to, sure, Josh Allen runs it in, but guess what? We have a good month and a half sample. That's what people need to learn to look at, guys. You got to start looking at what happened at the end of the season. Take that last 5-6 games. If you look at that, you'll be able to find legit players. Oh, what's that running back for Denver? He did. Look, that was too long ago. You'll find people like Arian Foster types. But the year before he blew up, okay? If you just looked at his last 5 games, you'll see like, oh, man, they're committing to this dude. Maybe it's something to this. Then, boom. He blew up the next year. 100%. Was a top 1 or 2 running back or something like that. You know? It's out there. It happens. Pay attention to the end of the season. That's why I like Devin Singletary attached to the hip with Josh Allen in Buffalo, and he is ascending. That's good they got another guy there because I don't want him toting the rock freaking doggone 270 times a season. No. I want him to stay healthy and efficient. Other running backs I love, the last one, and you know what? He's won me over. Melvin Gordon. That's right. I said it. Melvin Gordon. You know why? Because everybody is on freaking Javonte Williams' jock. Javonte is getting picked, guys. He's getting picked in the late first round, definitely early second, but picked in the first round easily a lot when I see. Look, I like Javonte. But, to be honest with you, from college, from my research, he's a bit of a little bit of injury risk. And he, you know, if you pay attention to him being nicked up a little bit last year, if he had all that volume, he'd have laid it down. One thing I like about Melvin showed that he ain't washed. He showed he ain't washed. And you know what the thing is about Melvin? He said he's not going to lay down. So what if the first round price of Javonte, he lays down, and somebody out here buying Melvin Gordon in the 8th, 9th round possibly, because nobody wants to touch him because everybody's freaking deep-throating freaking Javonte. I like Melvin Gordon. They've shown they trust him, and they're going to split up the work. But there's league-winning ceiling with that dude, especially with an upgraded offense and Russell coming over there. I like Melvin Gordon. To be honest with you, I might like Melvin Gordon more than Pollard. To be totally honest with you. Not sure if I like him more than Dillon. I don't, but I think I like him more than Pollard. But this is just an ADP order because currently Dobbins is around the 22nd running back. Dillon's probably around the 25th running back in half-point PPR. Tony Pollard is the number 31 running back. 25, 20, so it's basically 22, 25, 31. Devin Singletary is the 30 freaking second running back off the board. Man, I came in second place in my freaking league. I played against freaking Devin Singletary, and he freaking scored like freaking 22 freaking points in the championship game. Devin Singletary and then Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon's like what? Number 34. These are difference makers, guys. These are difference makers. Now, mind you, you're going to have the meat of your team before you'll definitely have at least 3, maybe even 4 players before you even start picking J.K. Dobbins in there, in these guys. Because these guys are a lot later. All right? So, what do you guys think? What do you think about these 5 players? Or are there any players in the middle rounds that you like? Let me know what you think about these players, or let me know what players you would like me to comment on or my viewpoints of it. All right? All right, guys, I appreciate you. Like the video. Make sure you comment. I want the interaction, okay? Well, like the interaction. I'm not going to ask for the share because I don't freaking care. Man, I'm out here spitting bars for y'all. So like the video and comment and let me know what you think about these players or any players that you have questions on for the upcoming 2022 season. Flawless fantasy football, baby. Next, hey, check it out. I'm going to give you guys, remember, I'm going to pin the running backs I love part 1 at the top of the comments in the comment section. And my next video will be running backs I hate that the fantasy community loves. Now, hey, that's going to be talking about something. Here go your list part 2, guys. Hit your boy up. Flawless fantasy football. Let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.